last month was like insane for me with all this Instagram challenges and stuff where I had to literally record a brand new video every single day for the last, I think, like 40 days now, 40 something days. I'm into my second challenge now, but anyway, so probably after this challenge I'm going to take a little break because I need to catch up on my YouTube blogs. So last month's pose of the month that I wanted to feature was the pigeon pose. So in pigeon pose, you want to be very aware of your hips and the alignment of your thighs and your thigh bones. So you want to be mindful of the joints, the bones, and the muscles that you're stretching. So this is definitely considered an intermediate to advanced pose. It does require very open hips. A lot of women obviously have an easier time doing this pose because we have more flexible hips due to having, children. Being able to push the children out of our bodies requires open hips. A lot of women, when they after they have kids, their hips get wider. Men definitely have a tougher time with this one here. However, it doesn't mean that you can't try to do it. So in order to go into your pigeon pose, you want to think about this front knee bending and then gently placing it down in front of you with your thigh extending straight. I'm wearing jeans, so it's a little bit tougher for me to do it, but I'm really flexible. Also, when doing the pose, you want to make sure the back leg is in alignment, meaning the back toes are flat and that's extending straight out of your hip socket and is in line with your knee. If you have problems with your knees, you might want to use some kind of pillow or something underneath this back knee here, so you're getting a nice stretch at the front of the thigh. The front knee also, same thing. You could use a pillow or something to keep it up higher, and then you can keep the foot inside of your groin if this is as far as you can take it. For proper alignment, you're going to take the foot and you're going to walk it out in front of you as far as it'll go. So this will naturally bring the knee slightly out so that the knee's now wider than your hip. This front knee, starting here, as you walk the foot out, moves out. So now it's a little bit wider than the hip naturally. So you're trying to bring the foot and you're trying to bring this part of your leg in line with the edge of the mat for correct alignment. So it is now in line with the front edge of the mat. The foot is flexed, the back toes are flat, and it's extending straight. Again, you want to be making sure your hips are squared so they're facing the front. So you're going to, hey, excuse me. Modification. You can have this back knee bent. It's not recommended. If you can straighten the leg, go ahead. But you can have this knee bent if that allows you a better knee comfort of the back leg. Again, flexibility. So this could bother your left hip. Once you have a comfortable position established with both of the legs, you're going to walk the torso out in front of you, walk the hands out in front of you. Maybe you can place your elbows down. And then once you have your elbows down, maybe you can slowly begin to bring your torso down on top of the leg. And then maybe eventually you can bring your forehead down. And then you're here. And then holding this pose actually for about 5 breaths, the way that I teach it in my class. Sometimes I like to spend some extra time in this pose because our hips are actually one of the biggest joints that we have in our body. And a lot of the toxicity, which I've been talking a lot lately about toxins building up on your body, about alkaline diets, about drinking lots of water, about eating your fruits and veggies. So you want to be mindful of the fact that toxins build up in our joints. One of the biggest places in our body where the toxins are built up is in our joints. And our hip joint is the largest joint in the body. So doing hip openers and poses like that gets really into the joints and releases the toxins. So you're naturally detoxing your body by doing yoga. So once you're here, again, there is an even more advanced version of the pose. If you have the flexibility, you would rotate your torso so it's facing about 45 degrees, so like the left corner of the mat, And then bending the back leg, and then grabbing the foot or grabbing the ankle, or if you have the flexibility, you would put your elbow around this the back leg, and then inhale, lift the front hand up. You're trying to go into your king pigeon, which is like the super advanced pose here. And then the very, very advanced version, I have done it in my other video blogs, but so you would either interlace the fingers here and look up at the sky, or if you have the range of motion, you would bring the foot to the back of the head. And I can't do it correctly right now because I'm wearing my jeans, but basically the foot goes at the back, or touches the back, the crown of your head. The parts of the body that you're stretching here, again, releasing toxins in the hip joints. And then you're getting really deep into the glutes, the medius, the maximus, and really, really getting a nice stretch. So that's where you'll be feeling it. And then, of course, the thighs are also getting a nice stretch. Another version of this pose, which is actually a lot easier for most people to do, is called the Reclined Pigeon. And the way that you go into it is actually on your back. So what you would do is you would take your right foot, place it on the left knee, and then you would guide the knee out, opening it up, creating like a number 4, with your legs. And then what you would do is you would thread the needle. So you would take the right hand and thread it through by hugging the left knee into your chest and feeling the stretch from a different angle. So this is known as the Reclined Pigeon. Let's see. So some of the benefits of this pose are definitely the detox, because you're opening up the hips, you're lubricating the hip joints, and you're releasing toxins as you're doing yoga in general. Another thing is you're increasing the motion of your femur bone out of your hip socket, and then you're also lengthening the psoas muscle, the hip flexor here. The contraindications include sacroiliac joint dysfunctions. So if you have any kind of pain, any kind of discomfort, definitely don't do this pose, consult your physician. And then of course, if you have knee injuries, you want to be mindful of your knees, so you could use blankets, pillows, and things like that to keep yourself up and perform this pose better. Come over here, little brat. Anyway, so that was your pigeon pose. Thanks for watching. Bye.